whatever you wanna be. So I told myself, I'ma be a singer, I'ma play on the keys. I can do whatever I want if I just believe. Yeah, but then over the
What's up, guys? Welcome back to JSig Poker, where I give you guys PLO tips, tricks, and strategies, as well as No Limit Hold'em. I go over hand analysis over live streams almost every single day, and I'll also be coming out with a vlog pretty soon. All right, so today I'm going to be reviewing a few hands from Best Bet Live 25-25 PLO. Let's get into it. One of my favorite players, one of my favorite live Hold'em players, Hunter Sichi, is actually playing in this game as well. He's a professional. Usually they put a bunch of recreationals around him and he just makes a lot of money. He's actually on, I think, Run It Once. He has a really good videos. He has really good videos and strategies on how to play Hold'em Cash as well as PLO if you guys want to check that out.
However, he does have 3 spades in his hand. He is going to put in 100.
All right, we get Denom opening from the hijack with King, King 6-3 triple suited. Not a great hand, but from the hijack, yeah, I do like opening it up here.
Looking for cocktails.
RR calling all with Ace 9-5-3, pretty bad hand. PT completing with Ace Jack 10-4. You know, usually a fold, but in a live stream, I don't mind the call at all. Flop comes Ace 2-9, 2 spades, so RRR flops top 2 with a gut shot. Denom flops a nut flush draw.
Yeah, top 2 for
Denom does decide to check. I do like checking this hand. Reason why is because if you bet, there aren't going to be any hands that call you that you beat. Plus, you want to let other hands lower flush draws in there, right? And you don't want to bet and fold and get raised and then get denied off your equity. So I do like to check. Yeah. Expecting RRR to bet here. He bets full pot. I don't like it. You have top 2 plus a gut shot. There's really only a flush draw and a gut shot out there. You don't have to protect for much. So I would much rather see a half pot bet to try and get other hands to call, like Ace 8, Ace X hands with back doors. But he decides to, Denom does decide to make the call. And now RRR is firmly confident that Denom has a bluff here or a draw. And I do like a pot bet now because you don't have any other straight draw besides that gut shot. There's a bunch of overcards that could potentially kill you if the guy has Ace X with spades.
2 pair.
So I do like charging here. There's also a bunch of hands that could potentially call you, like Queen 10, Jack 9 with spades, right? 7, 8, 9, 10 with spades. King 10, 7, Jack with spades. So you really want to, you know, put as much money as you can in the pot. Denom snap calls with his flush draw. I don't like it. You have 3 spades in your hand. The only thing you're really hoping for is a king or a spade, and even if you do hit a spade, you're not going to get paid because you have those spades. So I don't like the call, but he does make it. He's here to gamble. River is a 5. Obviously, it's hard to bluff this river if you're Denom. 6-7 doesn't really make any sense. It's a very small possibility. That being said, you know, I think if you're RRR, you just got to go all in here. There's a pot size bet left nearly. There's 3K in the pot, 2K pot, 2K behind. You beat Ace 8, Ace Deuce, 9-8, Ace 5, right? Chances are nothing else really beats you at this point. So I do like going for value if you are RRR.
Does go check and
he decides to check back, yeah, which I don't like. I think you're losing a lot of value. You could potentially get hands like Ace 8 to call you. Ace Deuce, like I said, to hero you, so I don't like it. I wish he would have went all in there. But let's go to the next hand, boys. All right, we got one limper, RRR from the hijack. PT pops it up with Ace 8, Queen Jack, single suited. I like it with the nut suit. Hunter in there with King, Queen, Jack 8. GTO, not a call, but in the live stream, yes it is. Denom in there with 7, 6, 5, 3. And Yak in there with Ace 10, 8, 6. I prefer to fold this hand, fold this hand, fold this hand, GTO. But in a live stream, I'm calling and gambling.
A little something, something.
So the only
5 ways to a flop.
Is Henry.
I bet if you offered him his cards back, he'd take them.
And
yeah, exactly.
$1,000 pot right off the bat. Flop comes Ace 10 Deuce. So Yak flops top 2. PT has top pair with 3 overs to the 2 pairs and a gut shot, and Hunter has a wrap.
Deuce ace 10 flop.
Hunter
so
decides to
Yak
check.
with 2 pair, ace 10.
Denom checks.
All sorts of wrapped up though.
And Yak, yes, I like the play all in. You have a pot-sized bet left. You want to protect against hands just like PTs. You also want to protect against wraps.
Maybe
So I do like the play.
Decides to put in a decent sized bet here. So it's basically an all in.
Don't
yeah,
expect
an all in for Yak.
RRR to be in there with this mid pair. And honestly, it annoys me when people do this because you know they're going to fold, but they're just taking time. Dude, come on, save us some time and money here. Just fold, please.
Could be tempted.
Now, PT is left with quite a decision here. Now, if you're PT, what are you putting Yak on? Probably a hand like ace deuce, ace 10. Worst case scenario, pocket 10s. And even if he does have pocket 10s, you have a gut shot with a backdoor flush draw. If he has ace 10, you're doing pretty well against because you have 3. You can hit a queen, jack, king, right? So I don't mind a call here with the pot size. The only thing you're worried about is people behind you, but you were the one that opened, so probably no one else has pocket aces. So I don't mind calling and then folding to a jam.
Peter is going to go ahead and make the call. So
Now, if you're Hunter with a wrap, out of position, I do like the fold because you're really not going to be able to realize a lot of equity. You have pretty much one chance at it. Plus, those guys can easily block your outs. So I do like the fold. Denom fold as well. So now PT is actually flipping versus Yak's hand. So it's actually turns out to be a really good call here. But unfortunately, he bricks out on the first one. Ooh, he backdoors a flush draw on the second one. And he rivers... Oh, a deuce. So unfortunately, he misses. Yak ends up scooping that one. Really nice pot for Yak. He was short, and now he has tripled up. That's how it goes in PLO, my friends. That's why PLO is such a fun game to play. You can double up, triple up, all of a sudden triple up the 3K. Now you're at 12K from like 1,000, right? But next hand, we got my boy Hunter Sichi in there for this one. Yeah, we got a couple pros. Hunter and I forgot this guy's name, but he's a pro as well. He's a good player. I like that's a short-handed game too, so there's going to be more action. There's going to be more hands. All right, what's going on here? What's going on here? What's taking so long? Hurry up. Okay, here we go. Alrighty. Hunter in there with ace jack 8-5 double suited, all connected. Love it. He opens to $100 from the hijack. Denom, wow, with a absolute monster. Double suited king 10-8, all connected. I definitely like a pot bet here. You have position, you're deep. Hunter could definitely have worse hands here. So I do like a 3-bet. He does decide to 3-bet. And now if you're Hunter, you just got to call here. Actually, good fold by PT, who had ace 6-6-3 double suited. He did have a pair, but not connected enough to cold call. Hunter in there. And we are massively deep, almost 430 big blinds deep in a 25-25 game. So this could be a big one. Flop 8-5-10, 2 clubs. Hunter flops top or bottom 2 with a jack high flush draw with a backdoor nut flush draw with outs to a jack or an ace in case the guy is 10-8. He's actually a favorite, a heavy favorite, 62% against Denom, who has top 2 with a backdoor flush draw with an overpair. So this is an absolute coolie here. Expect Denom to pot it here. I do like a pot size bet. If you're Denom, you have position, you have a backdoor flush draw, and you have an overpair. You just got to protect your hand at this point. If the guy's really tricky, you know, and sticky, I might even consider checking back here, playing some pot control and mixing that play in. because you really need some hands to try and show down and balance, right, your weaker hands. So I don't mind balancing and checking back with 10-8 here. He does decide to go ahead and pot it. Hunter now in a spot here. You have bottom two. What is Denom's range? Denom can have aces with clubs, kings with clubs. He can have two pair like 10-8 that you are actually a favorite against. That being said, I think this hand just plays best and perfectly as a check pot. You don't want to call and then have tough decisions on future streets. Your jack high flush draw might not even be good if you get there, right? So I just like check potting it in here.
Fired full pot when I checked over to him with his top two.
Denom can have a hand like king 9-7, right, with the backdoor flush draw. Ace ace queen jack, ace ace jack 9, jack 9, queen. There's so many hands that Denom can have that Hunter already has beat.
Hunter definitely not folding, just a matter whether he's going to check raise now or put in the smooth call. Looks like raise incoming.
Yeah, and Hunter does decide to check pot here. I do like the play. Let me move this for you guys.
Raising it all up to 3K, trying to get it all in right now.
Yeah, and he does check pot to 3,000. If you're Denom, if you're going to bet this on the flop, you just got to get it in. Hunter can have hands like straight draws, flush draws with a pair, right? He can have two pair as well. A hand like 8-5 with the flush draw, you really don't want to see. I might even just call and just see a turn. But honestly, there's so much money in the pot. I think you just got to get it in if you're Denom. Really, really bad spot though. Really, really tough spot.
Doesn't love it.
You're never going to be a massive favorite here. A lot of times you're going to be flipping or slightly behind. Yeah, you can see the agony. He's in there. He's in there, and Hunter is in there. Hunter is going to be a 62% favorite in a $9,300 pot. He's going to like to see a Denom's hand. And this is PLO, my friends. This is a sick game, I'm telling you. A lot more variance than Hold'em. Hunter usually just goes once.
All right, so I guess
Turn is a 4. River is a 6, and Denom scoops. Oh, I guess they're going twice in this one. Hunter maybe just going twice. Just ooh, and he misses both, and Denom scoops it. $9,300 holds when he is a 38% dog. That is tough for a Hunter. He usually goes once. That's what he taught in the videos. But I guess, it does help to go twice, especially if you're playing with recreational players and you want to keep them in the game and have some more fun, right? But let's get on to the next one here.
Kind of thinking about
the call. Queen 8-6-5.
All right, so we got RRR limping in King Queen 9-5, triple suited, pretty bad hand. Henry potting it up with ace ace jack 10 triple suited. Wow, monster hand. Denom comes in behind with king 8-6-5, pretty bad hand. Yak, also another pretty bad hand, but this is PLO. A lot of people are going to play bad hands. And they do both come in. RRR expecting him to complete.
R holding 3 of them, Henry holding 3 of them, and Denom holding 2 of them.
But yeah, Henry going to be in a pretty good spot here. Pretty bad flop, though, if you're Henry. Denom flops top 2 with nothing else to go behind it. I do like checking here. Just too many turns and rivers that can be bad for you.
Kings and 8s. Flush draw for Yak.
He does decide to check. Yak checks with this low flush draw. Henry actually going to be a little bit ambitious here and play it like it's a Hold'em hand. He is going to,
full pot.
I believe that is a pot-sized bet to $1,025. Wow, my friends. This guy is being quite aggressive. I mean, it's a dry board, but there's a flush draw. There's 2 pairs that can be there that probably aren't going to fold if they have King 8, King Deuce. King X with flush draws. I'd much rather see a check and try to get the showdown if you're Henry. Denom now, being so deep, I mean, this is kind of a tricky spot, right? Because what is Henry going to pot with? He's going to pot with hands like ace-ace with a flush draw, king X with the flush draw with a bunch of overs, potentially a set like kings, pocket eights, pocket deuces. But, you know, I would probably just get it in here if you're Denom. There's two people behind you. You don't want them to call and to see a turn. You much rather get it in versus Henry if he has a hand like aces with spades or king X with spades, because it's going to just play a lot easier that way. Let's see what he does. He does decide to make the call, and he is trying to play it safe here. I don't mind it, honestly.
Remember, Henry,
I just think the better play is just to check rip. Yeah, I'm expecting Yak and RR to fold here.
Yeah.
Based on what he threw out there.
Right.
And if you're Henry, what are you putting Denom on, right? It looks like you can have like 8x with the nut spades or 8x with queen spades. You got to be really worried about a whole bunch of turns that can be bad for you. Any spade, any turn can give Denom 2 pair. That's why I don't like betting with this hand if you're Henry. Ooh, perfect card for Denom. He turns in a full house, super hidden now. If Henry has pocket aces, you know he's gonna be put in a really tough spot. Obviously, he's gonna check. Now, what is Henry gonna do?
It's a really good card for Denom.
If I'm Henry, you know what? I just like either betting small, trying to deny hands with flush draws. I like just betting small, like $800. Flush draws are probably gonna fold. The only hands that are gonna call you are gonna be hands that beat you, and you can just check behind on the river and go to showdown.
Slow playing his hand.
But I really don't see a point in betting big here. And he actually bets 1,500, sort of smallish. Denom snap gets it in, doesn't even think about it. I mean, yeah, I don't mind it. I don't mind it if you think Henry's being stubborn and is going to call off with aces with a flush draw. You don't want him to check back the river and lose value there, right? So as well as potentially 8x with the spades can be there that Henry can have. So I actually kind of like the all-in by Denom. I wish he would have took a little bit more time, because check jamming, all-in, snap jamming, he's going to have a huge hand on this lockdown turn. Now, Henry, if you're Henry, you just got to fold here. I mean, there's nothing you beat. There's absolutely nothing you beat. King X is never going to do this. Only hands that are going to do this are 8x with a flush draw or a boat, and you're drawing absolutely thin versus those hands. But Henry obviously is just a recreational player. He's just here to have some fun. Maybe he's like a doctor or a surgeon or something, and this is probably just napkins to him. He says, screw it. My wife is calling me. I got to get home. He's not going to like the bad news. This is a monster pot, and Denom is a 95% favorite
Denom said, I know you got aces. First run out's clean
in a 12K pot, and Henry
also clean, so
gets scooped. Oh my goodness. Massive hand for Denom. King 8, pretty weak 2-pair on the flop, turns into a massive hand for him, and he ends up scooping a $12,000 pot at 25-25. All right, so I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, and if you learned something from it, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button, because I'll be coming out with daily PLO hand reviews, tips, tricks, and strategies, as well as hold them in the future and vlogs. And until the next video, peace out, you guys.